Today, we are going to level you up from just a game player to an actual game creator. Think of this as your starter kit, your secret weapon for building something absolutely incredible. I mean, seriously, who hasn't? You've spent hours beating the final boss, you've explored every nook and cranny of these incredible worlds, but have you ever stopped and wondered, hey, what would it take to build one of these myself? Well, guess what? Today is your day, because you're not just playing a game anymore, you're designing one. Okay, so first things first. Before we can build anything, we need to get one really important thing straight. The difference between just play and an actual game. Think about it, play. Well, that's like grabbing a bunch of Legos and just building whatever you want. No instructions, no goal. It's freeform, it's creative, but a game is a whole different beast. It's a structured system. It has rules, right? It has some kind of conflict, a challenge to overcome. And crucially, there's a clear outcome. You either win or you lose. And that powerful structure, that's exactly what we're here to build today. All right, so let's get into your very first mission. This is where we make the leap, you know? We're going from someone who just consumes games to someone who creates them. It's a big deal. And to do it right, you're going to need a secret weapon. And here it is. The secret weapon is called gamification. Now, this is the core idea behind everything we're doing. It's basically the magic of taking something that might be, a little difficult or maybe even boring and slapping some game mechanics on it. We're talking points, badges, leaderboards, challenges, all the stuff that makes it feel engaging and, most importantly, fun. It's how you turn a chore into a quest, a task into an epic adventure. Okay, you've got the mission. But, every great quest needs a map, right? You can't just wander off into the wilderness. And for our mission, we have the ultimate blueprint. It's a simple 6-step model that is literally going to guide you step by step to a winning game. Let's check it out. So let's break this map down, shall we? Step 1, define your objectives. Simple enough. What's the goal here? What does winning actually look like? Step 2, delineate behaviors. This is all about what you want your players to do. What actions do they need to take to move forward? 3, describe your players. You got to know your audience. Are you building this for super competitive achievers or for people who love to collaborate and socialize? Big difference. 4 is a big one. Devise activity loops. This is the core cycle that keeps people hooked. A trigger makes them do an action, and that action gives them a reward. Trigger, action, reward. Over and over. 5, and you cannot skip this one. Don't forget the fun. Seriously, if it's not enjoyable, it's not a game. It's just homework. And finally, step 6, deploy your tools. This is where you actually pick the technology to bring this whole thing to life. Okay, so you have the 6-step map. You have the blueprint. But just following the steps? That's not enough. Now we need to add the magic. We need the secret sauce. This next part is all about the psychology of fun. The stuff that makes a game not just playable, but absolutely unforgettable. All right, the number one top-tier goal for any game designer is to get your players into what's called the flow zone. You know this feeling. It's that magical state where you're so focused on what you're doing that time just disappears. It's the absolute sweet spot where the challenge of the game perfectly matches your skill level. And this chart here really shows you what that looks like. It's all about balance. See, if the challenge is way too low, what happens? You get bored, you check out. But if the challenge is way too high, you just get frustrated and you quit. So your job as the designer is to walk that tightrope and keep your players right in that sweet spot, that amazing focused state of flow. So the big question is, how do you keep people in that flow zone? Especially when they fail a level, right? How do you make them want to jump right back in and try again? Well, the answer is all about motivation. And the most powerful motivation comes from giving them the right kinds of rewards. And to really understand rewards, we're going to use something called the SAPS framework. It's super helpful. See, it's not just about giving people items. You can reward players with S for status. Think badges or climbing up a leaderboard. You can give them A for access, like unlocking a secret level or a hidden character. Then there's P for power, which is awesome. This could be a new special ability or even the power to change a rule in the game. And of course, the last S is for stuff. Digital gear, cool skins for their avatar, that kind of thing. The best games, they use a mix of all 4 to keep things fresh and exciting. All right, you've got the plan, you've got the psychology behind the fun. Now for the really cool part. It's time to open up the Creator's Toolkit and look at the actual gear you can use to build your game. So, let's talk about your main game engines. If you're thinking about something narrative-driven, like an escape room or point-and-click adventure, Genially is going to be your best friend. It's fantastic for that. Want some high-speed, competitive action? You gotta check out Gimkit. Building a cool map-based quest? GamiLab is perfect for that. And for all your art and design, game boards, avatars, you name it, Canva is an absolute powerhouse. And hey, if you just want to create some quick mini games or do a live voting game, WordWall and Mentimeter have got you covered. The key is to pick the tool that actually fits what you're trying to build.
But hold on, we're not done. Let's take things up a notch. It is officially time for a power up. Let's talk about how you can use AI, artificial intelligence, to absolutely supercharge your whole design process.
Think of these AI tools as your ultimate cheat code for speed. Need to mock up a game world really fast? Game Builder can help you do that. Totally stuck trying to write your game's story? ChatGPT can be your creative co-pilot, helping you write lore and dialogue. And for visuals? Oh man, you can generate mind-blowing concept art for your characters in seconds using tools like Midjourney or Firefly. This is how you build faster and smarter. Okay, team, we're here. You have the mission, you have the map, you have the tools. This is it. Consider this your final quest briefing before we unleash you to go and create something awesome. Just a few pro tips for the road. First, divide and conquer. Split your team up, have someone on rules, someone on visuals, and someone on the tools. It's way more efficient. And listen, your goal here is not a perfect, super polished final game. No way. You're aiming for a simple version that's playable from start to finish. That's it. So the mindset is absolutely crucial. Focus on playability, not perfection. Just make it fun. And that brings me to the most important point of all. Do not be afraid to fail. This isn't like a test in school where failing is the end of the world. In game design, failure is just data. It's part of the process. It's a flashing sign telling you what to learn, how to adapt, and how to come back even stronger. You have to embrace it. The briefing is officially over. The clock starts now. It's time to get together, to create, to build something that's uniquely yours. Your quest begins now. Go get 'em, designers!